Okay, I think we got it now. Um, yeah. I think. Yeah, that's better. Um, I don't know what happened there. Maybe the camera got too hot um, from my infrared light. So we moved that. We got some traction there. Okay. Got some chicken here. This is herd share chicken. It's real good. Let's go back to live chat here. Oh, we got that. There we go. Make these a little smaller. A little bit smaller. Okay. Sitting and waiting for a train, and it's just miles of man-made train cars. Just makes me think, man, this is not natural. Well, yeah. Waiting for a train is, I don't know, waiting for a train is kind of fun. I remember waiting for trains in Chicago, San Francisco, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Italy. Sometimes there's some good views at train stations. Sometimes. This chicken's bussin'. Okay. So, maybe you saw my video or maybe you didn't. Freight trains, huh? You know, about the Trump ag bailouts. And this is something that's been going on for decades. I mean, the USDA is basically propping up these industries that are destroying our farmland and poisoning people. It's a travesty. Um, it doesn't help family farms either. What really needs to happen is they need to get rid of all those subsidies, honestly, and incentivize and prop up small family farms and farms who want to raise food that'll support domestic use. And we can't export some of it too. I mean, I'm not against exporting and selling. I'm not even against growing soybeans and corn and things like that. But it just needs to be a adjustment because it's artificially propped up. So, taking away those subsidies and the bailouts, a lot of these big ag, soy producers who also buy a bunch of chemicals, they'll go out of business or they'll switch to something better. We need to get rid of the freight train. I'm not against trains. I think trains are pretty cool. Trains are okay with me. I think trains are better than semi-trucks. I don't like semi-trucks. Especially because you never know who's driving. It's pretty scary. It's just like you're a weapon of mass destruction on the roadways. You gotta deal with that? No thanks. I'm always very cautious around the semis. You have to be nowadays. It's terrible. Let's download that update. What up, Bill Jim? How are you? Thank you for your lovely comment about my video. No burping, no slurping. Yeah. I am going to go slurp mode tonight, though, because I do have some oysters to eat. So, that's happening. Oh, there. Last vid was good. AI vids, interesting. You highlighted some of the sanity of people mindlessly poisoning everyone and everything. Yeah, it really is, it really is crazy when you think about it. It's just another pillar of the prison, right? By poisoning people, you're enslaving them physically. You're preventing them from actualizing their health and vitality. It's preventing them from living self-sufficient lives. Ultimately, more freedom of choice, clear thinking as well. It's very, yeah. You used to feel bad for some of these people, these farmers, because it's a hard life, and now, but it's like, well, like, dude, what are you doing? You're just growing soybeans to sell to China to make money. You can farm and make money and do other things. There's plenty of farms doing that, small ones, but people need to eat, and if you make good food, people are going to buy it. It's that simple. When is the Revive 8 coming out? I heard it grows back your wisdom teeth. Sometimes I think Ghost is right about 99% of people being regarded, but honestly, it's probably like 70%. Yeah, No, realistically, we're at a lemmings level of 80%. 80% of people are lemmings. Um, that's why they want to control the media and as much of the thought that um, people, the textbooks and everything. I forgot to update the chat. Let's get that popping here. There we go. So, I mean, yeah, really. So, the media, the schools, the food, those are the big three. Because everybody's plugged into the media. And, what is it? 3 companies own all the media. So, and then you had, Robert Maxwell do all the textbooks in all the schools. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, it's like, why would you do that unless you wanted to shape people's minds and control them? That's just what's going on. And then, the food. It's like, well, what do they eat? What are they eating in the schools, at home? It's a travesty. And people, they just buy stuff because they think that it's not bad, or that, oh, well, there's regulations, so, it's like, well, no, you're poisoning yourself. And it's like, no, but they can't do that. People wouldn't do that. That's a lot of the answers I get when I tell people, or when people ask me about the foods. I don't so much as like, run over to people in the store and be like, hey, there's seed oils in there, and it's going to give you cancer. And people are like, well, everything gives you cancer. And it's all chemicals, but it's like, it's not, It's the same thing with fragrances, That I'm a little more combative about. Um, and they're like, no, they wouldn't do that. People wouldn't do that. Companies wouldn't do that. Companies wouldn't put in, bad chemicals into their products that are going to kill you and give you cancer and tumors. And they wouldn't do that. And, it's crazy. Like, of course they do, because that's how they make money. The medical industry and everything else, man. Like, they sell you it's the Hegelian dialectic. They, um, and like, they sell you the problem. They make the problem, and then they sell you the solution. It's very it's very easy to see once you look at things like that. All right, let me catch up on the chat here. That likes looks bright. Do you not get irritated by it visually? No, because it's above. And I have these on, which help for some reason. So, like, I'm not looking right at it. I mean, when I look at it, it's very bright, but it's, yeah. And it's about, what is that? 2-3 feet away from me. So, it's not too bad. Chimichurri sauce, it's so good. Have you made it? I've made variations of it technically, but on my bad days it's 95%. Yeah, that's true. Nope, that's wrong. Everybody's smart just in their own way. Sure, RJ. Honestly, the chemical fragrances are underlooked and underrated as one of the top offenders we're dealing with. Way worse than popularized one like seed oils, polyesters, etc. Yeah, it's really crazy. People are almost addicted to these smells and chemicals, really. Because, I mean, it's like, well, what is a smell? A smell, produces a reaction in the body. And when, they're putting chemicals in fragrances that elicit reactions in the body, and people get addicted to the reactions from the smells. It's quite insidious. Um, I don't know how people can, like, do it. Like, I see these ads of these people. They they have this like laundry detergent and they just put their nose in there and they just like, I don't know how you can do that, dude. You're just huffing cancer. It's crazy. And there's a lot of people who have they get lung cancer and they're not even smokers. They're not around secondhand smoke. And it's like, well, gee, golly, how did you get lung cancer? It's like, well, maybe you're not wearing, protection when you're using cleaning solvents, or you have a bunch of air fresheners in your house. Like, I don't get it, man. It's ridiculous. I don't know how people can live with that. It's insane. It's wild how sensitive we become to fragrances when we stop using fragrances. Yeah, just like anything, like with salt. I could get away with getting my shampoo from the store. No, you can't. All the shampoo in the store is bad for you. Don't use it. Worst case, it's going to make you bald. Best case, it contributes to lung cancer. Because honestly, if you think about it, when you're washing with the steam, those chemicals get in the steam and then you breathe them in. So any fragrance, like if you can smell it, it's going into your body. I don't care what it is. If you can smell it, it's going into your body. So, yeah, what was it? The Clean Air Act of 1976, it grandfathered over like tens of thousands of chemicals. Maybe not tens of thousands, but certainly more than like 6,000 chemicals. They just like said, okay, we've been using these and they're grandfathered in. We're not going to regulate them. And yeah, it's like, formaldehyde, phthalates, and all kinds of junk. Ethyl alcohol, aerosols, all that stuff's in these products, and people just like throw it around willy-nilly or put it in their house. When I was a kid, I liked the smell of generic laundry detergent. I must have been a slave. Yeah, I was too. I lived pretty close to a distribution plant, and there were a lot of trucks. There was a lot of diesel, and I loved the smell of like diesel. I was like, oh, it smells so good. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't like I was huffing it or anything, but it just, it was sort of a medium slurp. Finally started my hair mask journey today. I'll give a progress updates in a few weeks. Well, I'm growing my hair long because it looks better when it's long, so I don't know what to do. Yeah, we'll just keep growing it. What's in your hair mask? That's interesting. What's your routine? Buses diesel emissions, yep. What the hell is wrong with kids? I don't know, man. So that's Fortnite. Four viewers, 1 likes. Thank you very much. Are they essential oils or are they extracts? Huh. So what's like the proportions of that? Yeah. It's a chicken quarter actually because it's the thigh and the leg. And 4 oysters. You know, this guy's chewing like a cow. His face IQ wrong. What do you mean? Is it because I'm not taking like a few bites? In swallowing? So I have a restricted airway. So my airway is only 7.6 millimeters wide, and it should be 11. So I can't chew like big bites of food because they'll get stuck in my throat. I don't think any raw foods are bland, Bill. The chicken's good. It tastes like chicken. These are older chickens. This is like twice as big as the other chicken I ate. And yeah, it's got a lot of good flavor. I gave my carcass to my dad, and he made chicken soup out of it. Well, I helped him when I was over there. But yeah, it smelled great. He said it was great. He said it was the best soup he had. You know, the fat's it's not quite yellow, but it's like yellowish, and there's a good bit of it on the bird. So yeah, I really like the meat. It's delicious. It's great. Eventually gonna add more like fenugreek seed paste. Well, what are you waiting for? Essential oils. Yeah, I don't really think people take essential oils orally, um, but rubbing into the skin, I don't know. I would maybe be more. I'd be more cautious personally about essential oils, and I would look for extracts. I would look for extracts over essential oils, honestly, because the extracts are less processed. They are extracted with alcohol, like natural alcohol, like Everclear, but the essential oils are more processed. So I don't know. That's kind of how I look at it. I was using this hairspray. Let me read the ingredients. It was just from some friends who have a thing. So the ingredients are organic aloe vera, fractionally distilled, witch hazel extract, filtered water, kombucha vinegar, organic horsetail shave grass, organic nettle, organic oat straw, argan oil, rosemary essential oil, cedarwood essential oil, lavender essential oil, celery sage essential oil. What do you think of that, Bill? What do you think about that a list of herbs? Did you catch all that? Are those good? I was using this spray, like I said, but it just kind of gave me dandruff. It just kind of gave me dandruff. Essential oils don't do anything. Well, I guess True Health Project is going to find out because he's doing it, so we'll see. Is there a max amount of honey a day? No, not really. If When I was first starting, I would eat a lot of honey. I had an appetite for a lot of honey. If you have sensitive teeth, it's probably not a good idea, but really there is no max limit, because the honey is a good enzyme. I don't want to say supplement, but yeah, it's a good enzyme supplement contributor, and having that will help the body. So, nettle and horsetail. They're strengthening the silica, the skin, hair, nail, teeth. Well, it's like horsetail and nettle would be good too, according to Bill. So yeah, I would add those. Maybe I'll give it another shot. Who TF is eating honey as an adult? Oh, a lot of people do. Honey is amazing. Yeah. I don't know if I'll go too long on this stream, but we'll see. And then the bear's root, which no one knows about except highly knowledgeable herbalists such as myself. Yeah, it's funny. I asked one of the herbalists I know. She's probably like the most knowledgeable person I know, and she never even heard of bear's root. The essential oils don't add nutrients in this context. It's more so, ironically, to add more blood flow, inflammation, to help the scalp supply follicle blood. Yeah. No, absolutely. I don't know if you're talking to me or the other guy, but yeah, no, I get that. But again, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I would try more extracts instead of essential oils. But yeah, maybe I'll keep giving this a try. It smells okay. I mean, what about golden beets for juice? My mom got them on accident and they ended up being fire. Yeah, no, golden beets are fine. Golden beets are great. Who eats honey as an adult? I have so much a day, I don't even know. It's got to be like a cup or something. Yeah, I used to do a cup a day. Yeah. Just copped a 5-gallon, 60-pound pail. Yeah, that's what I do. That's the best way. Buy a 5-gallon pail, 60 pounds. You get your money's worth. It'll last you like a year, probably. At least 10 months. That's because it's lost knowledge. It's fallen out of use in the West. Look through records. It was last used in like the 19th century. Interesting. Bear's root. Asha. Oh, parsley family. Okay. A hairy, fibrous root with a strong, spicy, celery-like scent and taste. Related to carrots and celery. I asked to identify OSHA in OSHA. Oh, it looks like hemlock. That's kind of scary. Is it in Ohio? Oh. Yeah, it's not found in Ohio. What? Eastern Ohio. The true medicinal root is grown in the Rocky Mountains, not Ohio. So what is it, Bill? Do I want pokeweed or do I want osa? There's more important stuff you need to buy than honey. Well, I mean, not really. I mean, honey's super important if you're making sauces or milkshakes or stuff. It really helps. No matter what herb or oils you take, it's really best if you harvest it yourself rather than buy it online. I just realized this is, oh yeah, me too. Most herbs in commerce lose much of their potency due to age and processing methods. If only there was a Bible book for herbalist stuff. You know, it's funny. I think I did buy an herb book. I've got an herb book around here somewhere. I gotta find it. What's some things more important than honey? Bear's root looks more like a large dandelion. You're lucky it grows in Ohio. I would go after it. Well, it's telling me that there's a true medicinal root called osa. Osa root. The powerful medicinal bear root used by Native Americans. And then it's telling me bear corn or pokeweed, bear's grape. Okay. Yeah, I see that. So I don't want pokeweed or bear corn. You sent me the link, but I didn't pay attention. Okay, it's telling me that this, oh yeah, pokeweed. Yeah, I have this growing in my backyard, but this is definitely poisonous. It's got like the berries on it, the dark berries. Yeah, so I'm not looking for Phytolica americana, or am I looking for Conopholis americana? I don't remember. See, now we're talking about herbs, and we're going to lose. Oh, no. Yeah, we did lose a few people. Oh, well. 1 like, 5 viewers. That's great. Thank you, everybody, for liking the stream. Polymia uledalia. Okay, let me... Kidoki. Got it. Got him. Smallthinus uvedalius. Have I seen this before? I don't remember seeing this, but yeah, I mean, you don't really know what you're talking about, but okay. I mean, that's why I put, you know, parsley in my juice. Parsley is a great herb, tasty herb. Okay, well, yeah, that's interesting. I'll have to keep that in the back pocket. Parsley is next to nothing. You need to try some glands. No, parsley is a great addition to the vegetable juice. I know it does. You know it does good things because I consume it. Parsley's good to season the meat too. Microwaved Capri Sun, hello. I'm good, how are you? Enjoying some chicken and some oysters. Does fat just store toxins or does it neutralize it? So, god damn. It kind of does both. Because it binds to the free radicals. And, like, if you have fat in your body, it will work to sequester that stuff and then eventually get rid of it. But in terms of, like, let's say you put it in some vegetable juice, it will, it will neutralize those toxins. It was a good oyster. Yummy. Yeah, so you're comparing a synthetic drug to a plant. A plant that has benefits, health benefits. So, this is about, this channel is about the primal diet. It's not about the goatus diet, which isn't really a diet at all. It's just kind of cope. So, yeah, I'm all better now, 100%. The day after I started doing the orange smoothies, I got a lot better. And then I was back at it. Back at life. No more temperature. The cough lingered for a few days, but it wasn't too bad. The orange smoothies really helped, like I said. And the milkshakes, yeah, all good. It's kind of overdue for a flu, so I'm glad I had it. Feels good to get it out. Feels good to get it out. Yes. So, hopefully I have some more time for the next detox because I want to gain some weight before I go through another one. It was pretty rough because I lost 20 pounds, but it is what it is. I even lost weight from the detox, a little bit more, just a few pounds. So, I'm trying to eat more and drink more milkshakes and fatten up. I want to get back to 180, at least gain another 10 pounds. If I can get to 200 this winter, that'd be pretty sick. I've been out of flu for 7 months, but I got the Primal purge, so I'm ready for it. Yeah, it'll make it a lot easier for sure. You might not even notice it, honestly, if you've got the weight on you. Like this was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. I couldn't do much. Thankfully, I didn't have any strong bowel symptoms. That's what was the most annoying. Because it's just messy and you got to deal with it. It's like just laying on the couch in pain and, you know, blowing your nose and stuff is not as annoying as having to go to the bathroom every 15 minutes. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Instagram. Um, so bear medicine, these bear roots you sent a video about, would it be good to juice them? Would that be the best way, is to juice them fresh and not use extracts or something? If I did juice them, would I apply them topically to the scalp? I'm a little confused. Would it be better to ingest or apply topically for this scenario? For the hair. You are not anywhere near 200. No, not anymore. I mean, before I lost weight, I was 188 pounds, 189 pounds. And then I lost 18 pounds. So, you know, I was, yeah. Raw meat understanding enhances one perspective on culinary concepts in a very fun way. Yeah, it's true. Because all food starts raw, so. And chefs know that. Good chefs know that. Cooks might not understand, but chefs would. To use tinctures, I prefer powders. Interesting. Okay. It does sound crazy. This chicken's so good, man. The more I eat, a lot of good fat. It's creamy. Mm. You can juice fruits, but juicing greens is hard because they contain so many minerals. It will basically destroy your juicer and clog it up. Yeah, I know. I have a problem with parsley and cilantro. So, what I do is I juice the herbs with celery stalks, and that helps prevent the juice from getting clogged up. So I'll put in like a little parsley with a little celery and juice it that way, and that works pretty well. I'm sorry, I didn't know culinary meant cooking. Crazy. Well, not always, but gruesome morning. But a girl got surgery on some neck muscle and she asked for it and then went home, cooked it, ate it, but why ever cook it wasn't. What? The Sigma? What are you talking about, boy? It's crazy. I don't know what YouTube vids you're watching, Neff, but that's crazy. 5 viewers, 2 likes. Awesome. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Probably go for another 15 minutes. You know, it's weird. My watch time counter is like slowed down. It's like cut in half. I don't know if that's because I'm getting up there towards the end or what, but this is why you're so unhealthy. Well, at least I can spell. And I'm not unhealthy. Wild greens contain far more minerals and nutrients than hybridized man-made veggies that Gotus demonizes. It's true. I noticed that when I grow my parsley and stuff, it's a lot more. There's a lot more good stuff in it. So, I kind of neglected to do it, but I should have harvested. I had a bunch of lamb's quarter growing in my yard, and I should have juiced that. Lamb's quarter is like a wild spinach, but I know you know that, Bill. There's no anti-nutrients. Yeah. The primal diet is what heals people, not the Gotus diet. Yep. Exactly. This chicken is so good. Might as well lift man-made metal while you're at it. No, plants don't break you down. I wouldn't say they break you down. Oh, I love oysters. They're so yummy in my tummy. Oh, was that on mic? That's embarrassing. Oh well. He could blame me. Come on, you son of a... Open up. Open up. My headphones are going to fall off. Yeah, come on. These Blue Point oysters are... They are fortuitous. Can't even... There we go. Just gotta find the right. Alright, so I hate when they do this. It's like they give you like half the top shell like doesn't come off. And you gotta rip it with your fingers. No lemon or beignets tonight. I'm giving my teeth a break. So that stuff is good though. Humans are carnivores, not herbivores. Technically, humans are omnivores. We're omnivorous carnivores, but you know, ASMR torture. Yeah, well, you know, it gets the views up. It doesn't get the likes up though, but that's okay. I'm grateful for the 2 likes. Thank you. I want you guys to experience the oysters. I want you guys to hear how good they are. I want to share that with the chat. So, yeah. You know what? I'm going to do this. This will be funny. We'll see how long it takes. Oh, I'm about to have a milkshake. Is that goated? Very much so. Yeah, I've been drinking a lot of milkshakes recently. It's the best way to put on weight. They're also really yummy and delicious. I'd like to have some vanilla extract to add. I feel like that'd be a fun combination. Adding an orange is good. It's like an orange dreamsicle. Like a melted orange dreamsicle. It's good. Pineapple's okay. What else? Blueberries is good. Strawberries, especially. It's my fave. Very yummy. Yeah, but I'm not doing too much fruit lately. Tomorrow I might have a grapefruit as a snack. I'm not going to do that tonight. Well, maybe I will. Oh, it's only 9 o'clock. Maybe I will. We'll see. I bought vanilla beans in bulk, but they weren't even too expensive. Really amazing flavor. You're asking to chop post mongoloid cell if a milkshake is good. Cooked, it's over for you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not a chopped post mongoloid cell. I am a chopped post-wall moid true cell sigma. A chopped post-wall moid sigma true cell. That's what I am. So, yeah, the vanilla beans are good because you can add them to milkshakes and you can make ice cream, which is, I mean, it's basically the same thing. I think there's other things you can use vanilla for. So, yeah. Okay to eat fruits out of season. I think if you need to, like pineapple and papaya, I would eat all the time if I need them. You know, papaya for constipation mostly. Or as a nice treat, you know, pineapple to help digest fats, but also to dissolve toxic tissues in the body. It's good for that. Also good for bones. So those are like 2 fruits I would eat all the time. In addition to that, citrus, grapefruit, lemon, lime, Oranges, not really. Oranges so much, mostly that's like a winter thing for me. Um, Other fruits that are seasonal, like apples, peaches, plums, berries, yeah, I try to do those seasonally. But like I said, if you need the foods, you need the foods like mango, kiwi. I remember when you told me I would get to 175, and I was like, no way. Well, here I am now at 175. Yep. It's the magic of just getting a consultation from somebody who knows what they're talking about. They can tell you what to do, and you do it, and you get better. It's pretty easy. That's how that works. So we have access to way too much good food in America. You're eating like a king. Yeah, it's true. Um, and I said that on my video that we do have good food in America. We have some of the best food in America. We also have some of the worst food, but that's American. That's a very American thing. It's very polarizing. America has the best. Whatever America does, it's either the best or the worst. Malnourished goats. Yeah, no Burger King either. That's tough. That's tough. So yeah, I sympathize with that. Burger King is the king of burgers, after all. It's very easy when you know what to do. Only hard when you have to do mental gymnastics while also detoxing hard at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, when you're detoxing, you're not thinking clearly, especially if you're having a brain detox. I find that I get confused, I get brain fog. You're also discouraged. Maybe you're not sleeping well, you're not eating well, and everything's a mess. What are you talking about? Oranges are literally in season in the winter. If there's a time to eat oranges, it's in the winter, bud. That's when oranges are. That's peak orange season. Um, and yeah, I had a really bad detox, and what helped me the most was orange smoothies. So I literally turned around my detox in a day with orange smoothies. But you don't know what you're talking about, so it's okay. People say he cheats. I honestly think his diet is one of the things he's truly autistic. No, he cheats, bro. He cheats. Sorry. Yep. That's why sleep deprivation is like torture. It's crazy. It's the worst. These Blue Point oysters, they're so big and yummy. They got a good balance of flavor too. They're like salty, but not too salty. And they're hard to open though. Okay, that's it. No more ASMR. The ASMR portion of the live stream has ended. Those are some good oysters, I gotta say. Exceptionally good. It is time for oysters. You have to eat them in the sun to metabolize the deuterium. Uh, that's funny. Literally doesn't matter. Um, how can you tell between detox and short-term sickness? Well, that's kind of what it is. They're kind of the same thing. I mean, unless it's like a really extreme detoxification. Um, it really just depends on your symptoms and what you're eating and what you've been exposed to in your environment. Those are like the three things you'd have to look into. Because like maybe the sickness is because the detox is because you're living in a place with a bunch of chemicals and that's making you ill. It could also be that you've just accumulated enough nutrients and energy that your body has decided it's time to evacuate things that it wants to get rid of. So, yeah. Unpopular opinion, he's actually doing just fine. The land of milk and honey almost feels spoiled. The amount of people that say things with absolutely certainty when they're like 15 years old and they heard it from Goatus. Yeah. Friggin' Amish farmers selling you butter for $5. Yeah, I'm a lucky guy. All that slurping off camera. Yeah, I don't want to do the slurping on camera. Yeah. Trump serves his. Well, I found this channel by searching raw meat as I usually do when researching a topic, uncensored search engines or decentralized search engines. Um, you're eating fruit all day and not getting sent is worse than Paul Saladino. I'm eating fruit all day? What the heck are you talking about? I'm eating fruit all day. I haven't eaten any fruit today. You're insane. That's worse than Goatus even. Well, I'm not a fruitarian, bro. I didn't even know what you're talking about. What do you got a camera on me? You're watching me eat all day? Obviously you're not, because you know I didn't eat any fruit today. I don't have any fruit today. I might have a grapefruit in the fridge, but yeah, bro, you're losing it. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I eat the primal diet. We don't eat fruit all day. So maybe you should learn about what the primal diet actually is, because that's what I eat. I'm just trolling. I'm partial with everything. About to cut up this grapefruit, though. Yeah. If you got some cream, put some cream with the grapefruit and some honey. It's very good. Like Frank Tefano. Yeah, poor guy. Hope he got his surgery fixed. Unc, you were right. This milkshake is goated. Yep. Goated can't even tell me it's out of season. No, see, I mean, yeah, grapefruits are in season now. Like, this is the time to eat grapefruit and oranges. You also eat sugar all day. How do I eat sugar all day? What are you? You're crazy as an adult. Wow. Look at you making assumptions. Look at you making assumptions, Sir Drip. You don't even know what you're talking about. You're just lambasting and projecting. I eat sugar all day. Let me think about all the sugar I ate all day. I woke up, I ate eggs, I ate cheese, and then for lunch I had scallops and eggs, and then I came home and I ate some chicken, and then I went back to work, and then I came home and I ate some oysters and some chicken. Wow, that's so much honey, man. That's so much honey. I ate honey all day. There was honey in all those things I ate. No. You're ridiculous. Can I do real sourdough bread as my only source of grain, or is it better to drop it? You're better off without the bread, but if you're eating the bread with equal amounts of fat, it's not gonna kill you or anything. For starches, rice and potatoes and air pop popcorn are a little better than bread. I'm actually out of cream until Friday. I do know the combo though. Gonna just have to do a quarter loop formulas a day until then. Yeah, that's tough. Let's see how long he can go without talking about sugar slop. Sugar slop. Man, you're really bad at trolling. This is really either like the worst trolling Or I don't know, man. This is ridiculous. I mean, why do you think honey is bad anyway? Honey isn't bad. So, for you to say that is ridiculous. It's just monumentally wrong. Wow, what even was I talking about sugar slop? I wasn't even talking about sugar. That's crazy. We were talking about, let's check the chat. We were talking about herbs. We were talking about vegetable juice. We were talking about a hair mask. Someone else was talking about eating honey. They bought 5 gallons of honey, which is the best way to do it. And then fruits. We were talking about fruits. Crazy. Yeah, honey's fine. A lot of people eat honey. It's good. Honeycomb's delicious. Honey is delicious. I've never had royal jelly, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's good. Yeah. It's just crazy how pathetic people are. It's like they just go and do a live stream, and it's not even like good, funny trolling, but they're just like, they just make things up and say you do things, and it's like, geez, why you have nothing better to do with your time? It's like I'm here answering questions, and people come here to listen to me talk and learn, and then like you come here to ask dumb questions, to not even understand what this channel is about, and then to just make things up without even knowing like what the diet is. That must be a living hell to live in. Because like you could do so many better things with your time. You could first of all just like learn what the primal diet actually is, instead of just like guessing and regurgitating. Someone like Face IQ, who doesn't have any health problems, by the way, because he was raised with, the primal diet. So, but okay. And I mean, you could be like watching anime or something, or doing, playing video games. Something fun. You could be bidding on meme coins. You could be learning another skill. I don't know. That's crazy. How can I optimize the primal diet if I want to get swollen and bulk up? Every stream I've been in, you're talking about sugar. Yeah, I mean, sugar, I'm talking about honey. You want to read the books, David. Have you read the books? It's important to read the books. If you don't read the books, you will be lost. The bad sugar is cooked starches of plants. It's fine because it tastes good. Thoughts on Tide Pods? Tide Pods are a delicious detoxifier. They're very cleansing. They're blue food, so they have a lot of antioxidants. Honey is fructose. Humans don't absorb fructose that much. If you were in a mrbeast first to detox challenge, what would be some protocols you do? Would you get to 250 pounds? Ideally, I would, because to enter that, you have to like sign up and enter that stuff, so I'd have some time to bulk up. Ideally, I would go in there 200 plus pounds, and then I would probably just eat a bunch of mold the first day there. Yeah, I mean, Face IQ has never been through any serious health challenges, so and he just copies Godus basically. So, yeah. Face IQ also wears makeup. Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, that's kind of weird, but okay. I'd rather listen to Augenus who actually overcame illness than listen to someone who's super healthy to begin with. Face IQ grew up on a primal diet and raw milk, and then he shits on it because of carbs. Yeah, and really, like, at the end of the day, you can just ferment the milk and all the carbs go away. So, Sigma Challenge, low vitamin A diet for 3 months so you can look as good as Garrett Smith. No thanks. It's funny that Face IQ swears carbs are the worst thing ever, but he constantly says he is eating carbs, crashed out, cheated on diet. Wow, he does that? That's pretty pathetic. Yeah. I mean, I don't even crave carbs. I'm not even drinking that much milk, especially since my detox. This is like my 3rd week of low milk consumption. I'm mostly drinking milkshakes for my dairy and maybe have a lube formula. But yeah, will I drink milk tonight? Probably a little bit, but it'll be fermented. He basically just goes until his body can't take it anymore and then binges sugar. That's crazy. That's so crazy. It's like, how can anyone take you seriously? I don't even binge sugar. Like, when I use honey, I'll do like maybe on a extravagant day, like 6-7 tablespoons of honey. I mean, normally I'm making a lube or a milkshake, and I'm adding 2 to 3 tablespoons of honey, and that's all I eat of honey per day. That's it. That's all the sugar I eat. That's it. And like I said, maybe if I'm having another fruit meal or something, I'll have more honey. Or if I do a little cheese and honey. But when I do cheese and honey, I'm eating a teaspoon of honey to 2.5 tablespoons of cheese. So it's a very small amount of honey. No, Face IQ definitely wears makeup. I can just tell by looking at him. He looks like yeah. You're like 35, you don't need any sugar. What makes you say that? That's you don't know anything. What do you mean you don't need any sugar? You're talking about a guy who eats carbs and binges and cheats on his diet to eat sugar. And I eat very small amounts of honey once a day. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Six, 7 tablespoons. 6-7 tablespoons is not a lot of honey. That's like maybe half a cup of honey. And like I said, that's if I'm consuming like 2 things, because there might be 2 to 3 tablespoons in a milkshake, and then I'm having a teaspoon of honey with cheese a couple times a day, and then I might be having grapefruit with some sour cream and some honeycomb. Have you tried cold approach like Mainframe? What's that? Surgery up a couple days. How does it make you feel? Basic, he would be liked in prison and would be considered a treat. Wow. This guy is a R. Not really. I mean, I've been doing this 8 years. I think I know what I'm talking about. So, I know. Could you repeat what results you've seen on the eye color so far? Yeah, my eyes are becoming less brown. The brown the dark brown is mostly concentrated around the pupils now, and I have flashes of green and hazel coming through all around my eyes, especially my left eye. Part of my body is lighter because hi sweetness, because of my bathtub. Like, I lay in my bath like this. So, like, the water, it curves up and it misses kind of like this part of my body. And you can see there's like distinct colors on my left iris where it's like lighter and then darker in that very same curve pattern. It's pretty funny. But yeah, it's just I just don't have like a big bathtub. So, and I did buy one of those overflow stoppers, which helps, but I just still can't get like super submerged all the time. So it's a bummer. But it is what it is. So as long as I'm getting like most of my body in the tub and my lymph system is mostly getting moving, I'm okay with that. That's tough, Unc. You think you have blue eyes? Oh, I know I'll have blue eyes. An iridologist told me. He said you'll have blue eyes if you keep doing the diet. I anticipate having green eyes in 3 to 5 years, and then that would be between 13 years on the diet, 13 to 11 years on the diet. And then maybe, yeah, I think it would take another at least 20 years to get like fully blue eyes. Unless I start eating a lot of pineapple more and more coconut cream and baths every day. I mean, I could probably get it done in another 15 years, but who knows? You didn't drink any water today, right? I had 3 sips of water after I got done work because I was sweating. I was sanding and painting and stuff. So, I mean, but it was just 3 sips. When Autogenous talks about putting in condensed fats or denser fats, is this an actual proven result of having raw fatty acids? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you just talk to anybody who's been on the diet, and I mean, who's like actually does the diet, and yeah, you have more solid mass. Your mass becomes more compact. So I have green on the outside and brown in the middle. Will I have blue eyes? Yeah, probably. So how does that work? Because can't you like mostly through with detoxing? I don't know if changes happen quickly, but everyone around me is saying my eyes look more blue. Um, didn't you already have blue eyes? I mean, if you already have blue eyes, that's, one thing. But I have brown eyes, so this is Special Ed Primal. Not really. This is the Primal Diet by Autogenous Vonderplanets. This is based on the guy who wrote the Raw Meat Bible, basically, and, did this diet and had over 30,000 clients who did this diet. So, I mean, I think I know what I'm doing. At their worst, they were like greenish gray. Yeah, so I mean, your eyes were almost blue anyway. I am Mediterranean. I won't have green eyes. Oh, that's not true. I've met few Italian girls with green eyes, so it's possible. Green is really a transitionary color, and I think it has to do with penicillin in the body. I'm just going to sit in my house watching anime all day until they turn blue, then I'll go outside. Yeah, I mean, all that blue light should help. So, sounds pretty based. Yeah, you could just watch anime until we find the One Piece. You'll be goated. You'll be goated. Hi, dog. Hey. Live chat. What do we at 10 viewers, 6 likes? That's great. Rope max or double Bimax? Gotta go rope max. I'm a traditionalist. Yeah. I also don't know what a double bimax is. Let me look that up. Maybe they'll tell me. Like a gun. Oh, I see. Yeah. Bimaxillary surgery. Yeah. No, definitely rope max. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe the one piece was the detox we had along the way. Yeah. Alex G versus Elliott Smith. Go. Elliott Smith. I mean, it's pretty easy. Elliott Smith has a lot more solid songs than Alex G. My favorite Alex G songs are his B-sides and the stuff he doesn't release. So, um, you know, that stuff is harder to listen to because it's not on an album. Elliott Smith has really good albums. A few really good albums. Poof Lab, what's up? Yeah, see? Elliott Smith. That's why I wrote Max. Just put needle in the hay on, repeat, and rope max. Solve all your problems. There you go. Goodness gracious. 7 likes, 12 viewers. Thank you. That's pretty crazy. Concurrent viewers, average view duration, though, is a little low. Usually it's like 14 minutes, 15 minutes. Yeah. You should do the Jack Cruz challenge where you get as sunburn as possible to show that you're the quantum chungus. He is a quantum chungus, isn't he? I actually used to be vegan for some time because I bought into the health lies. What's your advice on transitionally moving to fully primal? Read the books and then do as much of the diet as you can. And then once you start feeling better, you'll be like, whoa, why don't I just do this all the time? It's pretty simple transition. You know, the vegetable juice should be easy for you. The meat's pretty easy. You know, get some steak, slice it nice and thin, some sirloin, and, you know, maybe a little bit of honey. And just to get used to it, just eat it. It's good. And like I said, you'll just feel good eating it. Oysters, and then you'll just want to do more. So raw milk, great, very easy. I don't feel hunger since not eating today, bro. Well, that's not good. Unc, I don't even want health advice for this next question. I just need Unc wisdom. How can I enjoy the moment and be more present? Sometimes I'm just waiting for the greener grass on the other side of detox. Gosh, you just can't worry about it. You just have to think about what's going on now and visualize the future you want and be positive. That's pretty much all you can do. It probably takes some months to correct negative thought patterns and behaviors like that. But you just have to stop yourself when you find yourself in the old negative modes of thinking to tell yourself that's not what you want and that's not how it be. You need to say this is how it's going to be, and then do that. You know, it takes 3 months to be in full ketosis and activate GCMAF proteins. No, I didn't know that. I don't even know what that is. Thoughts on best food to eat if going out. I just had sushi and found out all the tuna is farmed with soy pellets. Yikes. Oysters, probably. Oysters and steak tartare without salt. Because sushi, the rice has, you know, the vinegar, the salt, and even some kind of artificial sugar. I forget what it's called though. Even the sashimi might have like vinegar, salt, and sugar on it, like as a paste. It might not be just plain fish. I know there's like wild caught. You know, if you go out to like a real sushi place, there's places that have like real wild caught sushi. Of Of course, these places are way more expensive. But yeah. Yeah, I mean the way they farm fish, they just net off sections of the ocean or the sea or the bay, and they just keep the fish in there and throw in the food. So GC math proteins are supposedly proteins your white blood cells use to destroy low voltage or sick cells, only possible in ketosis. Yeah, I don't know about that. Would you use catfish in sushi? Um, Catfish only in when do they spawn? I think they spawn in the spring. So the catfish come into the bay to spawn in the spring, I think. So if you eat them in the fall and the winter, it's a little better because they're going to be out in the oceans. So ocean catfish. But yeah, I say find an oyster place. Usually have like a happy hour. Yeah, oyster happy hour is usually what I do, or go sushi. I don't really care about like I'm not super, you know, I'm not I'm anti soy, okay, but if the chicken's got a little soy in it, tuna gets little soy pellets, I don't really care, man. I'm not gonna worry about it. Scott Hall challenge: LSD every day for 2 weeks. Do you think you can handle it? No thanks. And actually, if you take psychedelics like that, you lose tolerance anyway, so it really wouldn't work. Um, my dad started the rawprimal diet, so he's having some raw milk. He always notes good sleep after having some. Yeah, you should bully your dad into eating primal and tell him, you're on the gay Pete diet, Dad. Gay Pete. That's what I would do to my dad. No, not really. It'd be a really big improvement for him, but yeah. But the raw milk, yeah, is great. I mean, raw milk is like a drug, honestly. Hope you fall asleep. I don't even need any raw milk tonight. This infrared light feels good, man. It's crazy. I'm a fan. I feel like I'm on the beach. I feel like I'm on the beach somewhere and I've just got nice rays, soaking up the rays. Soaking up the rays and showing off my guns to the babes. And then actually talking to them and scaring them off because I'm a chopped post-wall moid Sigma Truso with no riz, and scare them away. Here's what it is. No freshwater catfish then. I would not eat freshwater catfish. I would not eat most freshwater fish. Marshmallows for sugar and gelatin. Wow, what is your dad, like a kid or something? Why is he eating sugar? The oceans are able to withstand large amounts of pollution because they become dead for years. I guess. I mean, they're just bigger. So, although I'm against what is being done to oceans, air, and soil. Is light as influential, equally more so, less than food? I think it depends on your health, but in general, I would say no because, you can't live on light. Is EMF good? No, of course not. I'm not saying, blast a bunch of blue light into your eyes and live near a cell phone tower and do all that crazy stuff. Walk around with your phone taped to your head. I'm not saying do that, but the foods are really going to help you with health because that's what your body uses to build itself and fuel itself. So if you're eating garbage, you're going to be garbage. If you're eating healthy food but it's cooked, that's better, but you're destroying your food, your light, the light in the food, like you're destroying that with radiation, with heat. So that's not good. So obviously the raw foods are the best because the light's intact, all the nutrients are intact. That's what's going to feed your body. So that's where you go. That's what I think. So yeah, I think light's important, but I definitely think, the food is more important because it will help you utilize the light better and protect you from EMF. Am I AI? Yes. Actually Indian. My dad starting transition into primal, then he got high cholesterol and stopped because his doctor said so. Tragic. Yeah. Cholesterol's good for you though, so. Who TF is Ray Pete? He was like some science guy. He did a bunch of experiments on mice and then applied his findings to humans. That's basically it. Have you tried doing fruit until noon? No, I don't celebrate Pride Month. Unc needs to go to sleep. WTF was that scene he just made? I don't know. The beach one? What peptides are good to get me a six-pack? The Chinese ones. Become Chinese. Behind the throne. Did you ever go over your detox diet already? Anything besides oysters, cheese, transgluten juice, lymph formula? Yeah, so normally what I eat when I detox is definitely not plasma, never plasma. It's disgusting. I'll sip on cream. I'll eat cheese. I'll make vegetable juice, but with extra beets and some ginger and parsley and celery. Generally, that's what I do. If I'm craving vegetable juice, I might make a limeade, and I might add a crushed tomato to that with honey and a little bit of lemon. I'll take a hot bath, eating lots of cheese, maybe a grapefruit. No eggs. Fish is my go-to meat when I'm detoxing, personally. And then chicken. Milkshakes. Orange smoothies if I have a cough. So that's generally what I do. There are places in Alaska with the purest waters in the USA? Yes. Yeah, I would eat freshwater fish out of places like that. No plasma, we don't do that around here. It's true. Too bad I'm not an Inuit to have such prestige environment. That was a joke, by the way. I just made that name up. Don't do peptides. Yeah, I don't do peptides. Thank you for answering. I've heard concerns about seafood being polluted in modern society. What source should I look into? What species should I avoid? Go watch my videos. I have 2 videos about the safest fish to eat. Hogenous MFers will generally slime you out after mentioning plasma. Pretty much. Yeah, I already talk about fish to eat. And I have a video about hogenous fish to eat. But since you're here, I'll just tell you, cod, orange roughy, swordfish, tuna, mackerel, pollock. Those are good to eat. Scallops, oysters, pink shrimp. Never eat food from the Gulf or the James Bay. Oysters, scallops. You can try clams, but they don't taste very good in my opinion. You're telling me a juicer juiced these greens? Yeah. Hey, Unc, how does it feel weird when teenagers call you their uncle? Makes me feel wise. Makes me feel valued. Lemonade versus green juice. I've been slamming lemonade lately. Yeah, the only problem with lemonade is the teeth. So I find that I'm sensitive with the lemon. So what I like to do is I make lemonade, right? But then I put in an egg and cream. And then that's a lemonade. That's a lemonade I drink. Yeah, I've mostly been doing grapefruit instead of lemonade. If you're not really digging the green juice, or you don't feel like making it, a grapefruit is a good alternative. A grapefruit is going to be more alkalizing than a lemonade. A lemonade is nice, it is refreshing, but a grapefruit is honestly better. And then what else I would do was I would put parsley. I would chop up parsley a tablespoon or so, tablespoon or less, and I would put that on my meats because the parsley will help alkalize your system because it's so potent with the meat meals, especially if you're doing red meat. If you find your appetite's waning, you can't get green juice, chop parsley on the beef works every time, and then grapefruit as your fruit meal. That will support you. And yeah, you could have a lemonade too if you want, but like I said, I'm not really super into like using a lot of lemon. Yeah. Swordfish is so good. Yep. Darko Velchik didn't discover the benefits of salt water. The knowledge of salt was known by the Greeks. Yeah, you know what else the Greeks did? I can't even say it on stream. I don't crave a single ounce of juice in the winter, just a little bit of water. I find myself the juice, I wouldn't say I crave it, but I would definitely be better off with it. And I do make an effort to juice in the winter sometimes when I really need it, especially for detox support. The beet juice really helps. It's a good like blood builder, blood cleanser, and it helps produce hydrochloric acid through the whole body, so it really helps if you're having like a flu. Yeah, can't recommend it enough. But yeah, like I said, grapefruit in the winter is goated because it's very alkalizing. I'll even do grapefruit juice. Like, I mean, I'll go buy it, but because I can get it raw at a juice bar. But I'll take like 3 cups of grapefruit juice and then a cup of cream, and I'll mix that together and drink that. I'll drink that. I use lime for my lubrication formula. Actually, minus the butter since I don't have raw butter. Is that okay? Not really, because too much lime inhibits bacterial activity according to Ogenus, so not a good thing to use. So like you're just having lime, eggs, and honey, really not that great. I would just skip the lime or keep the lime like once a week. What benefits sit Onette? Would you rather eat a bucket of moldy berries or 2 rotting stingrays? I don't think I could do either of those. I mean, I wouldn't be able to finish them. Time machine, then that's not the lube formula, bro. It's true, yeah. Why is water Loki so addicting? Like at 3 a.m. chugs are to die for. I don't know, but yeah, when you're like, I remember being a kid and you'd have a glass of water. Well, it was never a glass. It was always a plastic cup, right? And I would sit it on the windowsill so it would get cold in like the winter. And then I'd wake up at like 2, 3 in the morning and I'd be thirsty and I'd just chug that Mofk and oh yeah, that hit the spot, man. No, lime works very different from lemon. Yeah. Water is a solvent that needs electrolytes or salts that come from the Earth's continental oceanic crust. Yeah, water is a solvent too, so like maybe that's why it's refreshing because it helps cleanse, helps wash stuff out. But what are the benefits though? To water? Boy, what do you say about plasma? I think the Earth's crust has 90 atoms, pretty much what you find in the ocean. Atoms don't exist. Aside from primal diet for a minute, do we want to eradicate all industrial soap, deodorant, detergents, fragrance softeners, and even toothpaste? Yes, let's get it done. Bro is having salt psychosis right now talking about the Earth. Crust and atoms. Bro, for real. Rip, another homeboy taken from the nasty ass salt. When? Agartha. I don't know, man. Maybe when I get my blue eyes, they'll let me in. I tried putting chopped parsley in my beef tartare. She suggested it was a nice touch. Elevated the dish. Yep. Right again. Big surprise. The guy who's been doing the diet for 8 years is right again. Everybody is shocked. Yeah. No, I'm not making fun of you for that. It's just kind of a joke. But yeah, the parsley does elevate. Parsley's a flavor enhancer, kind of like bay leaf. Not that we use bay leaves, but it just in general in like cooking and cuisine, you to add bay leaves or parsley, it enhances the flavor. It doesn't really have like its own flavor, especially when you're adding it to other things. It just enhances the flavor. Now, when we're juicing parsley, that's a different story, right? But because it's highly concentrated. But if you're cooking or whatever, you know, or adding herbs, it's like, yeah, like the parsley just, it's really nice. Me and all my primal homeboys are going to Agartha when we get our blue eyes. Atoms exist in the sense your brain interprets those light waves as as matter. Light isn't a wave either. Light is not a wave. A wave is what something does. Light is not a wave. It is not a particle. In either sense, atoms are just condensed light particles. Nope. Because, buddy, light is not a particle. Light is not a wave. So there are no atoms. Sorry. That's all fake. That's all fake. Goodness gracious. 10 o'clock. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. We're popping. 12 viewers, 8 likes. Ooh-wee. What do you think about the different meats and how they affect you? Do you prefer rib? I don't find fish satiating on Primal. Yeah, I mean, everybody needs different kinds of meat. I have several videos on meat and what they do and their benefits. I suggest you watch those. But I need a mix of meats. I get fish, chicken, and beef. So sometimes I find myself craving more than the other. Yeah. I understand you're trying to simplify things, but you're actually complicating the matter by using those terms, because light is not a wave. Atoms don't exist. Light is not a particle. So, is light a goy beam then? Jesus was a goy beam. I'm not a scientist. Well, you sound like one. No offense, but that's exactly the jargon they use. Go watch just go watch him, Sid House. So you're saying I can get away with no vegetable juice because I put parsley in my beef tartare? Get away with is maybe kind of strong, but it will definitely help reduce the need for vegetable juice. If you add a grapefruit to your daily fruit as your daily fruit meal, you could probably get away with it in the winter, depending on how long you've been on the diet. So, if someone like me who's been on the diet 8 years, I haven't had vegetable juice in a month. Well, a month or no? I can't even remember. No, it was the second to last farmer's market I did, which would have been not the 22nd. It would have been the 18th, November 11th. Yeah, so it's been pretty much a month since I've had vegetable juice, and I'm eating mostly white meat right now, honestly. So that helps. But yeah, between like white meat, parsley in the meat, a grapefruit, lemonade, you should be able, or a sport formula, you should be able to get through. But I would probably feel better with the vegetable juice. I'm just pretty lazy. Eat 20 grams of salt or live in India for 1 week. Oh, India for 1 week, easy. Yeah, I'd go to India. I'd drink sugarcane juice and buffalo milk. I'd probably just live off that stuff. What does veggie juice taste like? Depends on how you make it. If you add in things like carrot and beet, it adds a sweetness to it and balances out the bitterness of the parsley. So it's a good thing to drink. You can add a little ginger. You can add honey, a little cream, and yeah, I mean, you can make it taste pretty good. What does grapefruit do medicinally? So I have a vegetable juice guide in my school, and I have basically I went through not just Aujana's stuff, but other people's, like Medical Medium and Herbert Walker, and I went through their works, and I've identified and defined what all the vegetables do for the body, and it's very useful. You're not going to find anything like it anywhere else. But what grapefruit does is it helps lower blood pressure. It also helps dissolve. It's kind of like pineapple in that it helps dissolve toxins in the body. It's also just very alkalizing. It helps alkalize the body a little bit. I know about the bald tattoo guy, Theory and Ken. Yeah, you should watch more of his videos. Alright, I'm going to bed. Good night, Unc. Good night, Microwave Capri Sun. Sleep tight. I know the strong relation between microbiome and health tends to be a good indicator. Have you or other primal eaters done a microbiome examination? No, I don't really care to do that. Microbiome examination is just your mood. Have you ever done the Aujana suppository? Yeah, I have some videos on that. Veggie juice is nice. Enjoy sipping in the flavor. Yeah. Can sport formula replace veggie juice if I use both tomato and cucumber? Yes, it can. With the citrus juices and the vinegar, yeah, you can get by with that for sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Okay. We have where's oh, there it is. Is it working? Is it working? I'm trying to wake my dog up. That's not working. Huh. Maybe I need a new battery. No, I'm just kidding. We don't shock dogs here. We love animals here. I don't even eat bunnies. I would never eat a bunny. I saved a bunny at the Primal Diet Conference. Some lady, she brought this bunny because she wanted to eat it. It was rescued. It was blind, poor thing. It was raised for fur. It was a Rex rabbit, and I guilted her in front of everybody. I'm like, yeah, you can't eat that bunny. It's not even gonna have any meat on it. It's like, what are you doing, So I helped basically take care of it. And every day I made sure it had food, and I'd move it inside and outside from the gym, and I cleaned up his poopies and put down a box for it, and yeah. So, am I still active on Primal Reddit forums? Yeah, I am. Mostly I'm just telling people to read the books or watch my videos, because I'm not typing a bunch of stuff. I'm not I'm not gonna type and re-explain a bunch of stuff, So, mitochondria, fact or fiction? I don't know. Do you know about terrain theory, the opposite of germ theory? Yeah, of course. What happened to the blind rabbit? It's okay. We nursed it back to health. I helped nurse it back to health. We gave it lots of extra veggie juice scraps, and it had lots of fresh grass and herbs and things to eat. Lots of sunshine and love. And it's got nails cut. Yeah, the rabbit's doing great. Opal is her name. What is the most popular primal diet form or best I can follow? Really none of them. They all kind of suck because it's filled with a bunch of people who don't actually do the diet or who haven't done the diet very long. There's also a lot of crazy people on the internet. So the best thing is to sign up for my school, honestly. Because you got 24/7 access to me. I've got guides, explanations. There isn't anybody else on the internet who has been doing the diet as long as I have, and who's been documenting what I've been doing, describing my experience. There's nowhere else on the internet you get that. So, just saying. That's not a brag, it's just a fact. So, there are people who, yes, who have eaten raw meat for a long time, longer than me, but they don't do the primal diet. So, it's different. My favorite primal girl, I'm not a simp, dude. Yeah, so that would be, yeah, because the other thing too with the internet is like there's a lot of like kids, like younger kids, teenagers, they see GOTUS and then they try to do the primal diet and they don't read the books. So like they're giving information. Yeah, it's a big mess. So the best thing you can do is follow my school or just read the books. Literally just, if you read We Want to Live and The Recipe for Living Without Disease, if you read those two books, it'll answer 90% of your questions. Very easy. You can also check out my website, primaldietcoaching.com. We have a yearly conference. We host the largest raw meat conference, largest primal diet conference in the world every year in Virginia, third weekend of July. So, great place to meet people who've been on the diet for more than 20 years, people who knew autogenous. You can come meet me. You can eat some raw meat together. Bunny spine is very tasty and soft enough to eat whole. Very good bones to eat. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Would you eat raccoon roadkill? Yeah, I'd give it a shot. Carlisle is late. That's okay. Better late than never. What do you think about the Chinese eating dogs? I think that's very Chinese. Yeah, Reddit is beyond even in primal diet form. Yeah, it's pretty terrible. And there's a lot of discords and group chats and stuff, but it's the same problem, man. It's just like a bunch of people who are new to the diet or don't even do the diet, and they try to give advice, and it's just a mess. You're gonna get 8 different answers, and they're not gonna help you. So it's better to just read the books and watch my videos. Honestly, I have videos on pretty much everything. Or the school. So I mean, like I have concise guides for every facet of the diet. I have 2 weekly calls. I'm going to add a third. And the price is probably going to go up because that's another, hour out of my week. So, yeah, I'm going to probably add a third time. Let me check the schedule here. It's going to be go away. It's going to be, the third call will be added the week of December 22nd. So there's one more week of school price being $18, and then it's going to go up to $25. So, yeah. My favorite kind of person is a person who is not annoying and they're chill. Have you considered getting your eyebrows done professionally like Face like you? Again, no, I don't celebrate Pride Month. That's not something I'm going to do. Do you have trace amounts of Jewish DNA? No, actually, my sister has done one of those ancestry things, and I have. No, I'll tell you what I am. I'm 70% Italian. I'm like 15% Scottish Irish. And then it's just a mix of Northwestern European, a little bit of Basque is in there. And then that's pretty much it. Yeah, because it's like, was that 77 plus 15? 92. And then it's like 7%, 5%. Northwestern European, and then 2% Basque. So, have you ever willingly ate bugs, insects? Yeah, I ate a worm once, and I've eaten some ants. The worm tasted like dirt. The face guy looks like, yeah, well, we used to have this phenomenon in the 2000s. This TV show came out. It was called, and South Park made fun of it. It was called Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. And there was this phenomenon called being a metrosexual. And that was a straight male who was kind of zesty with it. He was a fashionable, trendy sort of guy. And that's what the looks maxers are, basically. They're just a reinventing of that with another name. Instead of being called metrosexuals, though, they're called looks maxers. That's exactly what it is. That's what it reminds me of. Those DNA tests are fake. I'm pretty skeptical of them, but they do match up my family lineage. Like, I know my family lineage going back until 1770, 1760. So I have 3 of my grandparents are all Italian, back 250 years. So yeah, it's my matrilineal grandmother. She's the only one who was not Italian. She was Scottish, Irish, and German, and she actually had a very small amounts of Italian in her as well. But yeah, so I know my family history back 250 years, and like I said, it's 3 of my grandparents were full-blooded Italians, and then my grandmother, like I said, she was Scottish, Irish, and German, I think, Northwestern European. I wouldn't eat bugs. They don't have cholesterol. They have different types of fat. Yeah, they do. Did you know? Didn't know you were part eggplant. Yeah, true romance. Yeah, that's a good movie. I'm curious to know if Augenus ever mentioned people from different geographical areas. Does the primal diet work globally? Yep, it does. Augenus, he did workshops in South Africa, in Australia. I don't know about Europe. I think so. In Asia, in South America. Augenus traveled all over the world. Everywhere in America. So we sell books. We're shipping out books to Indonesia and Australia and Thailand, in Finland, Canada. So, yeah. Shrimp is bugs. Yeah, shrimp, lobsters, yeah. Are you an American patriot? Sure am. Are Italians white? Of course. Yeah, I mean, Italians basically built everything. So, Italians are not Jewish. Some looks maxers are confirmed to be, well, maybe 110% Jewish. No, yeah, maybe. Yeah, that would be, I could be in the club, I guess. But no, I'm not that good with, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not. Yeah, the face guy looks feminine for sure. Yeah, I guess so. Insects have fats and proteins, especially big fatty worms. Yeah, they do. Do you think Augenus would be excited about all the primal girls now? Yeah, he probably would. Augenus was a big time gooner. Louis Kangami, who was Augenus's best friend, they used to do nude sunbathing at parks, and they would go on a lot of dates, and they would do I think date swapping or something, or Augenus would let his girlfriend sit next to Louis Kangami at the movies, but he was never worried about it because the girls liked Augenus too much, I guess. But yeah, they were. There was a lot of free love, hippy dippy stuff going on. So Ogenus would definitely be into that. So, Face IQ and Marcus really tried hard to have a deep voice. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Do I eat pre-frozen organs? No, I do not. If you want fresh, never frozen organs, glands, blood, meat, hit me up for the herd shares. Otherwise, why would small rodents, reptiles, and mammals eat insects? I don't know. So many people do the diet for a month or two, then start grifting subs from the attention. Yeah, it's because those people there never were set out to do the diet for actually doing the diet. What they were setting out to do was to do the diet, polarize the small community for support, and then get a bunch of views and followers, and then start grifting. That's what they were doing. That's their strategy. They don't care, about actually doing the diet. Ogenus was a sex maniac. Yeah, he was a gooner, for sure. Ogenus and I would have been on a bunch of two-mans, LMAO. It's kind of gross, bro. Would Ogenus approve of the femboys doing Primal now? Gosh, I mean, I guess he seems to be a pretty, accepting kind of guy. I've heard rumors Ogenus was bi. Is this true? I've never heard that. Fornication all your life is boring. Yeah, it is. It is. Fornication is, it does get old. It's not fulfilling. That kind of stuff does just bring more stress into your life, honestly. So, yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Do you think women should be allowed to do the diet? Yeah, sure. I don't really care. Yeah, I mean, they can do whatever they want, I guess. It's 2025. Ogenus primal ladyboys harem. I don't know. It's funny, I didn't ask him about it, but Jeff Slay said he had some Ogenus stories that were pretty not safe for work, so I don't know. I don't really want to pry. I also really don't want to hear about that kind of stuff. It's kind of gross. I am happy in silence and alone. Yep, I feel that. Many religions banned women from leadership opportunities. Do you think Primal should follow? No, because this isn't a religion. What are your thoughts on hentai in Japanese culture? I didn't really know that was such a big part of Japanese culture. I don't think pornography is good, obviously. So, yeah. I do enjoy anime. I like anime. Good manga. One Piece. Right now I'm reading One Piece, Hajime no Ippo, Boruto, and Chainsaw Man. AV and I got that dog in us. Okay, you got something in you, bro. I don't know. Women need the diet more than men. I don't know. I think everybody kind of needs it. Do fat guys following Primal really get lucky with girls? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anybody in real life who does the diet pretty much. Or at least, I don't know anybody on a consistent basis who does the diet. So, pretty much the only people I know in real life who do the diet, I see them once a year at the conference. Oh, she dreaming. I'm just trolling. I watch anime is good. I like to relax and eat raw liver whilst watching anime. Yeah, me too. Does your dog eat Primal? It's not my dog, but I give it scraps. Bones and meat and skin and cheese and butter, containers, moldy cheese, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it gets some primal food. I don't know about actual fat guys, but I gained 30 pounds and my girlfriend thinks I look much better. Yeah, I mean, you were pretty underweight, so yeah, you probably look more normal now. Is PrimalCon more like SigmaCon? No, because there's women there, so it's more like PrimalCon. Yeah, there's actually like half the attendees are women, and it's a pretty like even mix. I'm kind of surprised by it every year, So, and women tend to gravitate towards the health stuff, and honestly, it's like a lot of younger people, women and men, and most of these younger people they all had the COVID vaccine pretty much. Not all of them, but quite a few of them, and they have some pretty good stories about how the diet has helped them, and yeah, so they really turned to this diet because of that. So, oh no, I said those words. I shouldn't have said those words. I got too comfortable. I'll have to edit that out. What do you think about AI girlfriends? Rule number one about 2D girls is they'll never cheat on you. So, there you go. 2D girls never cheat. Just ask my Revy body pillow. You know Revy from Black Lagoon. No, I don't have a body pillow. All those body pillows, they're all made of polyester. So, yeah, not good. Delete the stream later. No, I think it'll be okay. I'll just edit out the timestamp. What was that? 2:08. Yeah, I'll do that. Can I write that down? Where's my notepad? There it is. Choo 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 and out 207. I found a farm nearby with Azure dairy and grass-fed cuts. Should I prioritize any specific cuts, or does the diet? So, tougher meat builds a tougher body, and basically, unless you want to be a weak, girly man, don't eat soft cuts like filet mignon and tenderloin. Eat chuck roast. The sirloin are the best deal. So, like, chuck roast is meh. But if you want steaks, a good steak, sirloins are really good. They're nice and palatable, and they're cheaper. I would stay away from like the New York and the Strip and all that stuff. Delmonico's, whatever. I don't eat that stuff. It's just expensive. So yeah, I'm more of a sirloin guy. They made them real enough, I'm in. Primal Insta girl daughter or Looks Max her son? Looks Max her son, honestly. It's a pretty easy decision. I know some guys on Discord that, yeah, I'm sure you do. I eat all soft meat, LMAO. Chicken tenderloin boy for life. Chicken's different. Chicken's different because it's chicken. It's all soft meat. It's not really tough meat. I'm talking about beef. Beef and pork, that sort of thing. Probably retention. Never goon. Guys, I need to go get some milk. I know chat's really popping off, and I'll probably lose like 5 people when I go get some milk, but because I know you troglodytes. Well, I shouldn't say troglodytes. I don't know. You animals, you can't stay focused for more than like 30 seconds. I'm gonna walk away for 30 seconds, and half of you are gonna leave. So, but anyway, I need to get milk. I need to start consuming the dairy. Go on, eat it. Oh, wow. Nobody left. What cuts should we use to make tartare? I use strip. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Uh-oh. Can we get a good camera on here? Hold on. I'll do a little action shot. Yeah, there we go. See? They get the stuff. I'm not giving you a room tour. Tougher cuts are better builders. Yeah, they will build your it will build your body stronger. Yeah. You think having cooking skills is useful? Yes, I do. What tough cut can be used for tartare and not be bad? I would stick to sirloin steaks. Lean meats are good for tartare. Because the fattier they are, it's kind of like, it can be harder to, not harder to chew, but not as palatable. A lean meat is good because it's like uniform. Do you believe cats toxoplasma BS? Nah, I love cats. Yeah, I'm not giving a room tour. I mean, this is basically the room. Here's the couch. Behind the couch is some china that I'm going to resell. I've got a table behind here. I've got some a lot of my albums and some games. I'm on a container, some office documents, just sensitive documents that are secured. I've got another monitor right here. I've got a PS4 over here, a table, my lamp. I've got a snake plant on the table. I've got a TV over there. I got a filing cabinet over here. fireplace, table for my eggs. There's a table back here that's not in use. I've got some clothes and my gym bag on the floor. It's a backpack, a briefcase, some vinyl. I've got a dresser here with some stuff on it. Some karate trophies, a bookshelf, another bookshelf, a couple coolers, a table for my glass jars. That's pretty much it. China has a lot of heavy metals. Yes, they do. The plateware. Yeah, I don't know. It's not for me. I'm going to sell it. I was cleaning out a house and it was free, so I took it. And I might go to a resale shop. I've just been kind of lazy to do it lately, honestly. Because I got to like print out a thing and take it in, and I don't know. I'll probably do it at the end of the month. Beginning and end of the month. I mean, cooking for others and not for you. Yeah, I mean, that's what I said. Yeah, I do have cooking skills. Yeah, I used to cook a lot. I used to cook and bake. I was actually a better baker than a better cook. I used to make really good pies and crisps and crumbles, and cookies were my specialty. I was known for my cookies. People kept trying to like get me to bake and sell my cookies and like start a business, but I never did because I didn't want to get into that business. But yeah, I was really good at baking breads and things like that as well. Yeah, I was pretty good on the grill as well. And yeah, so what's my IQ? I have no idea. Could have just showed us. Starting to think you don't love us anymore. Wow, that's some pretty toxic behavior, you know? You're kind of I feel like you're violating my boundaries, and that's making me feel very used and not good. So, what do I think about wearing polyester? Is that bad? Yeah, it's very bad. You should not wear polyester. You should throw out all your polyester clothing like tonight, yesterday. You should go through, if it's got polyester in it, literally throw it in a bag and get it out of your house. It's so bad. I got rid of all my polyester clothing. All of it. Even if it had 10%, 5%, I didn't care. Get it out. The only exception is boxer shorts, because they're all 100% cotton. Well, they're 97% cotton, except for the waistband, which is like a spandex material. Even then, it isn't that bad, but that's pretty much the only synthetic clothing I have. I do have smart wool socks, but I only wear those if I go fishing in the river in the winter. So, and that's just for like a few hours. So, but yeah, polyester clothing is so bad. Not just because it gets into your skin, but when you put that stuff in the dryer, all that material breaks down, and all those fibers go into the air, and you breathe them in. So, what would audience think about mrbeast? He'd probably think he was a pretty creepy guy. And a bad person, because he does the chocolate and the lunch leaves and stuff. So that would not, Augenus would not be down with mrbeast. He'd say mrbeast was like a federal agent or something. You know, whatever, how he kind of gets like conspiratorial. What about shoes? Are they made of plastic? Yeah, a lot of shoes are. If you have natural socks shielding you from the shoes, that's okay. I have Converse. Okay, I wear Converse, but I have cotton socks. Makes a big difference. My facial body cream grew mold. Is it fine to use, or should I discard it? I would still use it. Just scrape off the mold and apply it. I wouldn't eat it, though. My work uniform is polyester, unfortunately. That's pretty easy to counter. Just wear cotton clothes under your polyester. That's good. That's my favorite. It's like one of my faves. mrbeast is definitely deep state tier. 100%. Wow, 12 likes, 14 viewers. We are popping off, fam. That's amazing. 15 viewers, wow. So blessed. I didn't even think a Tuesday would be that good, but here we are. Here we are. And we're like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Wow. Yeah, I was trying to get some watch time up because, it's just like, it's been a slog. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm like almost to the 3,000 hour mark. My watch time hours are not accumulating like they used to because of how many hours I have. I'm not slowing down. I'm getting more views. I uploaded like 5 Ogenus videos yesterday that I thought I had them on my channel, but I didn't. I think I put them on my BitChute, but I didn't put them here for some reason, but I just added them anyway. So, thanks for the tip. What about toothpaste replacement? Just use raw milk for your toothpaste. Get a Sonicare toothbrush and use milk or water or whatever. The Sonicare toothbrush, though, is pretty goated. You don't need toothpaste. Just use raw milk. Some people use clay and butter. I don't really like using clay in my mouth too much. I think it's too abrasive. But yeah, just raw milk is fine. It'll be alright. Then you get into cheese pulling and oil pulling, all that stuff. Like I said, basically all the questions you have, I have answered in my YouTube video playlist. Teeth, detox, hydration, meat, fats, dairy, like it's all there. It's also all in the school. I put it in. I wrote a book, kind of, but I just summarized the important parts, the essentials, and I put that in the school because that's like what people can read and then know and then do and apply. There's no point in like writing. And it doesn't replace the books by any means, but it does supplement them. I wasn't going to write a whole ass book. I wasn't going to write We Want to Live Part 2 like some freaking nerd and be like, look at me, I wrote an extension to Ogenus's work and waste my life doing that. There's no point because everything that pretty much needs to be said is already in the books, except for eating cheese every 15 minutes, which, like, who cares? And then the bath, the lymphatic bath, which is a little different than the hot bath, but yeah, it's like yeah, pretty much everything's in the books, so that's all you need to get well. We had we had a Q&A call with people who bought the books, and there were several people there from all over the world. There's a guy from Australia, and he was like, yeah, my whole life, mate, I've been searching for health, and my health's been terrible. I tried vegetarian, I went vegan even, I was growing my own food, and I almost died. But then I found the book, and in 3 weeks, mate, I tell you, my health's been better than any time of my life, and I'm 54 years old, mate, and wow. It's like, yeah. So, and this is a guy who's just had the book, and he's not even doing the cheese trains, and it's like, yeah, he's bringing the thunder down under, and he doesn't even know about the cheese trains, guys. You don't need that. Can we invest in your startup? No primals allowed. Well, actually, I don't know, maybe. If you can write me a check for $15,000 if you can write me a check for 15 grand before the 22nd, yeah. And this isn't a promise or solicitation for investment, but if we were to do a raise, we'd probably sell $15,000 worth of equity, and that'd probably be like, I don't know, it'd probably be like 30 shares, maybe 30 shares. Yeah, 30 shares. So, do I eat raw dog? No. But yeah, if you want to invest in my startup, write me a check for $15,000 before December, because we want to go to a trade show. I'm buying a juicer currently. Do I get the slow juicer? Yes, you get the slow juicer. Angel, Nama, Green Star, but not really. Yeah, I would say Angel or Nama are your best choices. The Green Star is not that great. It's what Ajah's recommended, but it eventually degrades plastic into the juice, and you have to buy new components for it. It's a real pain. So the Nama juicer is really like where I would go, or Ninja. Ninja cold press juicer is fine. It's not that great, but it's good to get started. Yeah, any cold press juicer. And I want to type it out just so you know it's clear. You can read it in English. Because I don't know, maybe I'm mumbling too much or whatever. I've chugged too much milk and I have a sugar rush and I'm just all over the board. So, yeah. No, but for real, if you want to write me that check for 15 grand, that'd be great. We're probably going to sell out to Peter Thiel or something. So, you know, in the military industrial complex. So, you know, you're gonna get it's gonna work out. They just what did they just authorize 140 billion 145 billion dollars to quantum AI, all this other stuff. We're in quantum, so you know, yeah. 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 Yep. I'm in this to make money. I don't do this to make money. This is just kind of for fun. It's a hobby, you know. I mean, I make a little money, but it's enough. It's a little milk money, you know. It's just a little milk money. I'm just a humble man who wants some milk money, um, in exchange for his 8 years of diet experience that you can't really get anywhere else on the internet. But anyway, yeah, I do that stuff for money. Do they spray tons of chemtrails where you are? Yeah, it's pretty bad. Am I doing research for Jack Kruse? No. No. No, thank you. No, I'm talking more like quantum computing, which is really kind of a dumb term, but that's what. Yeah, sorry. I know I disappointed Ryan with that truth bomb. I know he's probably pretty upset. He's probably like, "Oh, no way." But I think I told him that. I think I told him that on our call. I'm in the Midwest. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah. Yep. Gosh, you guys are up. We're down to 10 viewers, but we got 12 likes still, so that's good. They left, but they left their likes. But I'm getting pretty tired, honestly. I kind of want to watch some Jujutsu Kaisen. I've been getting into that. It's a pretty decent anime. It's like I rate it like 7 out of 10. Like, I'm enjoying it. It's good enough. It's not my favorite anime, but it's all right. I wanna keep watching the story though. Like, I don't like to be on the computer like right before bed, because it just gets me all revved up and I can't think, and then I can't sleep, and it's not good. So this weekend's night sky will feature one of the best meteor showers of the year. The Gemini meteor shower boasts more than 100 meteors per hour for stargazers everywhere. Wow. That might be worth checking out. Have a nice little fire. And check it out, you know. Oh, where's my chat? You should contact fishermen in Alaska. I want fresh tuna and salmon in bulk, please. Oh, I'll think about it. Good night, sweet angel. Good night. I had like a raw milk yesterday. I'm hyped for the juicer coming in. Yeah. Stingray and shark. Stingray liver is golden yellow. Ugh. I don't know if I'd be into that, fam. Yeah, geez Louise, I don't know. Well. We'll see. We'll see about that. Salmon skin. I want salmon. Some adventurous eater. I'm pushing it with this frozen salmon. Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. It's not too bad, eh? Why isn't that loading? That's kind of sus. I saw some Chinese people eat stingray liver. Yeah, I'm sure you did. Why does that dog like you more than its owner? What do you mean it doesn't? It's not even here anymore. It left. It just comes down and says hi. I mean, because I got scraps. That's all it wants. It doesn't like me. It just likes the scraps. So, yeah. I mean, I don't think the dog likes me that much. Maybe someday I'll have a dog that likes me a lot, but we'll see. You know, we'll see. Where's the chat? Have I heard of zeolite? Yeah, zeolite is garbage. Don't eat zeolite. It's not good. Zeolite is bad. Where's the chat? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm going to bed taking half a day so I can surf tomorrow. Wave's going to be pumping. Yeah, that sounds nice. I don't know if you already answered this. Can skin interruptions of like some bug bites have surviving when it hits on thighs? Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. Oh, that's a wallet. Never mind. Never mind. I am. Yeah, if you're having that, clay, moist clay works. Moist clay works the best for those skin abrasions. I found really just sucks them out. You know, moist clay you can make it moist with milk. It's probably a little better than water, and then put it on, wrap it with a moist towel, go to bed. It will be good. So that's what I would do. We have dropped off. We have dropped off viewers. We've lost critical mass. 2.5 hour stream. I'm going to cut it. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night.